Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is set for one fall, and is a non-title match. Introducing first,
many challengers, including that man, Alexander Dean.
And also this man, the Iron King, Joe Coffey.
Absolutely. Bring people up to speed. Whenever PAC was announced, right now for November 17th, Courage Wrestling, everyone wanted a shot at him. It's PAC, one of the greatest in the world today. Alexander Dean, the manipulative, slimy snake, the reptilian overlord, talked his way into getting a match. Tucker, he laid out the challenge for PAC, and Joe Coffey, the Scottish wrestling legend, former ICW world champion, he wanted a shot at PAC as well. So Courage Management figured, you know what? All of them get PAC. Fatal four-way action in our main event.
PAC is the most sought-after man in pro wrestling today, both by promoters and wrestlers. Wrestlers want to make a name for themselves, and there's no better way of doing that than by taking on the best and beating them. And that is a golden opportunity that Tucker, Alexander Dean, and Joe Coffey get tonight.
Comes a man who is Irish wrestling royalty. He is a WWE UK competitor, and the man who aims to become the king of Courage Wrestling. He laid out the challenge and others followed in his stead. But this man, Tucker, more guts than brains, the master of the SDK, one of the finest that Ireland has ever produced. Who better to go against the man that gravity forgot?
As you said, he was the first man to call out PAC. That's what Courage Wrestling is all about. He is the perfect symbol for Courage Wrestling, because it takes an insane amount of courage to call out the king. This is just surreal, and he's here. His first match back in Europe is here in Courage Wrestling.
And PAC ready to show the Courage crowd.
To my right, from Dublin, Ireland, Alexander Dean. To my left, from Glasgow, Scotland, the Iron King, Joe Coffey. To my left, from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, PAC. To my right, the Wright Venue champion, fighting out of Average Joe's Gymnasium, Tucker.
Bell is rung, and immediately into a wild brawl, and PAC is ready to show the Courage crowd why 3 of the best on the scene today all challenged him at once.
The second that bell rang, PAC just throwing Tucker straight out of the ring as if he was nothing.
Oh, you see the Iron King Joe Coffey and Alexander Dean, the Reptilian Overlord. We have to keep in mind this is their Courage debuts as well, much hyped as well. PAC may be the man that's on everyone's lips, but Alexander Dean, he is a constant of the Irish wrestling scene. Joe Coffey, one of the biggest in the European scene today, and a legend in Scotland. Both taking it to PAC right now, and all 4 men, the best that wrestling has to offer right now here in Courage, all in one match. Can you believe it?
Absolute chaos just breaking out here. In the ring now we have Tucker and Alexander Dean. And I just want to say about Alexander Dean, he is someone who's not afraid to take shortcuts. He's not afraid to do what many would call the dishonorable thing. But in a fatal 4-way, there's no DQs, there's no countouts, there's no rules to break. So you have to think that Alexander Dean will use that to his advantage.
And look at that, the amazing athleticism of Tucker. And he's getting hyped up, ready for a suicide dive, and here comes PAC with the interference. Tucker, an amazing cruiserweight in his own right, but PAC, well, he's the king. And he's gonna show Tucker why they give him that moniker. As PAC grounds Tucker.
PAC, of course, he is the favourite in this match. He's someone who many consider to be the most likely person to win, but do you think there's pressure on PAC to perform now that he's back in Europe, now that he's back in front of this crowd? Do you think there's pressure for him to live up to those expectations?
Absolutely, and you have to keep in mind the scene has changed a lot since he was last in Europe. That was, 4 or 5 years ago since he's wrestled on the European scene. Joe Coffey, he's blown up so much in those 4 or 5 years. Tucker's solidified his legend status. Alexander Dean, he left and returned to the scene, and he reinvented himself, and he's became a huge name here. PAC's going in against the best there is. Honestly, for all the hype around PAC, he is amazing, he is a legend, but this could be anyone's game, especially since it's fatal 4-way action. You can always get an unexpected winner out of these things because you don't have to pin the strongest man in the match. You can always lose without being pinned. And now,
speaking of strongest man in the match, Joe Coffey in there exchanging strikes with PAC.
Absolutely, and
holding his own.
And on that subject of not having to be pinned, I actually have to ask, do you think Joe Coffey, Alexander Dean, or Tucker, with their pride, with their fighter's spirit, would be happy pinning anyone other than PAC in this match?
Obviously, PAC is the man here. He's the man you want to beat, but a win is a win. If you pin Joe Coffey, if you pin Tucker, if you pin Alexander Dean, you've still beaten PAC, technically.
Oh my, and the strength of Joe Coffey. No! Takes PAC down with the double underhook suplex, and now Alexander Dean with the elbows taking it to the Iron King. But the Iron King getting hyped up. Bringing it to the Reptilian Overlord, Irish Whip reversed. Oh! Wait, he caught him! He caught him! Oh! Amazing German! Absolute deadlift power, the strength of Coffey. And clearing the ring right now. This is Coffey's ring, but PAC, very sneaky, crafty veteran, goes for the leg. And And now choking away on Coffey. PAC's achieved this status that he currently has, this mythical status, not just through his cruiserweight, his athletic prowess, but through his craftiness and his underhandedness and his aggressiveness in the ring. Now, Alexander Dean, the reptilian overlord, trying to make some sort of alliance here with PAC. I'm not surprised Alexander Dean, he's a manipulator. He knows the right words to say in any situation. Get under people's skin or get them to do his dirty work. And PAC's just happy to hurt people.
It's a temporary alliance, but temporary is the key word here. Alexander Dean needs to be careful. He needs to not get caught off guard by PAC, or he's going to be in trouble.
PAC needs to watch out for Alexander Dean. PAC coming all the way from Japan right now. I'm not sure if he's read up on Alexander Dean's recent reputation for backstabbing. And now, 2-on-1 on the Iron King. Pound for pound, the strongest man in this match. You would need to take him out. But now Tucker going in. Oh! Tripped up, inadvertent drop kick. Joe Coffey, and now, oh, amazing German from Alexander Dean. And now, PAC. Whoa! Standing shooting star. How can you do something like that from a standing position?
Even Dean in the corner looked very startled once he saw it. He knows what PAC is capable of, and it is an intimidating thing.
They call him the man that gravity forgot, and that is not an exaggeration. The things that PAC can do in the ring are mind-boggling. They would be impossible. You see it in a movie, you think the CGI is too unrealistic, but he does it. And now, Dean and PAC clearing the ring, taking care of the other two men in this match, clearing the competition, whittling it down until assumingly it'll just be the two of them.
Tucker not in the best position right now. He's trying to fight back, but Alexander Dean really dominating him.
Yeah, Dean keeping Joe Coffey out of this as he takes it to Tucker, and PAC just soaking in everything from the crowd right now before going to work on Tucker.
PAC's taking his time. That's another thing.
Again, whittling down the competition until it's one-on-one. But at the same time, I have to question Dean's, his confidence here. Does he really expect to take on PAC one-on-one?
What shot by Tucker as well.
Yeah, Tucker full of fire. More guts than brains, as they say. And now, taking it to PAC. Amazing chops.
He's defiant.
Down. Oh! Alexander Dean with the baseball slide. Taking out Joe Coffey again. As PAC works away on Tucker on the corner, now going after Joe Coffey again, but the Iron King, he's up on the apron, and I think he's been left out of this match for too long, doing anything he can to get back in. Just hanging on the ropes by one hand, and nasty spill to the outside.
You don't even imagine how frustrating that is for Joe Coffey, how much he wants to get into the ring and take on PAC and send a message.
Now he's back up. Alexander Dean coming after him. For him again, but somehow Joe Coffey keeps coming back, but back down again he goes. And now Tucker also doesn't know when to quit. And a rake of the eyes, perfectly legal in this type of match.
As I was saying earlier, Dean is not someone who fears taking shortcuts.
And now, just boots to the neck of Tucker.
But it's going to take more than that to put away Tucker. Tucker, again, just this past week has called himself the new King of Courage. That's quite a bold statement to make when you're in a ring with the likes of Alexander Dean and PAC. But Tucker right now is fighting back.
Oh, up and over. Tucker landing on his feet. Catches him with the side kick. Blocks the shot. Oh, into the knee. Wait. Whoa, up and over. Swinging neckbreaker into a flatliner as well. Taking them both out.
Very impressive stuff here by Tucker.
And now Tucker up on his feet. There's the kip up.
Come on, you bastard!
Going after PAC in the corner. Irish whip reversed. Corner clotheslined Alexander Dean using the momentum. Wait, up and over. Caught him. Head scissors. And a PAC with the lariat.
Nearly taking Tucker's head off with that lariat.
Folded him in half, but wait a minute. Look who's back in the ring. Joe Coffey, the Iron King. He's been left out of this one for far too long, and now Wheelbarrow going after PAC.
Joe Coffey is an absolute machine.
Oh, just face planting him. And now going for Alexander Dean. Whoa, full Nelson spin. And now setting him up, but PAC trying to run interference, and Coffey still in control. But now Dean goes behind. Oh, misdirection. And now an alliance between Tuck and Coffey, maybe. Oh no! Coffey isn't here to make alliances, he's not here to make friends. He's there to take on all comers, and now PAC goes down, Dean goes down.
Almost total wipeout-esque. Swinging Tucker around.
Oh, and then slingshotting him, catapulting him into the top turnbuckle. And the Iron King, he is ready to fight. Splash in the corner, going for the lariat there, but caught with the elbow. I saw a tooth fly out. Oh, deadlift, German suplex, the strength of PAC. To be able to perform a snap German to a man the size and girth of Joe Coffey. Now PAC looking to the outside, but oh! Caught with the kick by Tucker, sends him to the outside.
The crowd are in a very
Tucker alone in the ring.
unsafe position.
Wait a minute, setting up. Whoa! Spaceman plancha! Tope con hilo to the outside, takes out everyone. More guts than brains, the insanity of Tucker. And now, Tucker on top, sending Dean into the ring. Up and over, slingshot, flatliner. And now, he's setting him up. This could be it, looking for the swan tuck. Coffey and PAC, they're busy fighting on the outside, and oh! Tucker almost had it, but the knees were up. Dean up and over. Wait a minute. Whoa! Reverse rolling Yoshitonic. But oh!
I thought that was it. Tucker could have pulled off a massive upset there.
Absolutely, Joe Coffey breaking up the pin in the nick of time. And now, with the uppercuts to Tucker. Oh, overhead, belly to belly. The finest since Scott Steiner into the pin. But PAC able to break up the pin.
And Joe Coffey is someone who's been kind of overlooked in this, because everybody's talking about PAC, it's PAC this, PAC that, and understandably so. But Joe Coffey has such a strength and power advantage here that I wouldn't be surprised if he walked away with the win here tonight.
And now the speed advantage of PAC coming up on top over Joe Coffey there off of that kick. And now,
could PAC be going for it?
Yeah, you know that look in PAC's eyes. He's ready to fly.
Are we gonna see it?
It's coming. Wait, oh. Not giving what they want, and instead, rings of Saturn. Rings of Saturn applied to Joe Coffey. Could this be it? Can we see a tap from Joe Coffey? Oh! Alexander Dean. Well, Alexander Dean breaking up the temporary alliance.
And if he didn't break that up, that would have easily been it.
Yeah, Rings of Saturn, nowhere to go for Joe Coffey. Even if he couldn't tap out, he would have passed out. And now, a look left elbow from Alexander Dean. Oh, into the brain buster. Into the cover, 1, 2. And now Tucker breaking it up. All 4 of these men taking so much punishment. The only way to keep this match going is for another to make it in time to break up the pin. At this point, any move. All of these men, so exhausted. They've taken so much that anything could put them away at this point. But it's the pride, the 4-way rules. And now,
SDK.
looking for the SDK. Wait, up and over. Oh, caught him in the knee. In the side of the head. Oh, very European uppercut. And now, a battering ram from Joe Coffey. There's the kicks. Those kicks from PAC. PAC taking it to Coffey into the ropes. And oh! Corkscrew kick.
Literally out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere indeed. PAC is out cold, draped over the ropes.
Literally 1 second he's down, and the next he's just kicking PAC's head off his shoulders.
Now the referee's count beginning. Someone has to make it to their feet. Or could you imagine this fatal 4-way action? All 4 men so brought down, so exhausted that it could end in a no contest.
That wouldn't even surprise me, to be honest. All 4 men have really stepped up their game for this one.
And now, all rising at the same time, all with the fire to stay in this match.
Dean challenging Joe Coffey, asking for his hardest punch.
Yeah, now exchanging strikes back and forth. Oh! In sync there was Joe Coffey and PAC. And now trading the elbows, trading the forearms, and now trading the partners. As now Coffey takes it to PAC and Tucker takes it to Dean. Dean goes down with a chop. And now the uppercuts from Coffey, followed by the forearms from PAC.
PAC very much holding his own with Joe Coffey and actually getting the upper hand at the end. I was just going to ask, would it be wise?
Whoa! Coffey was down, Dean was down, and then Tucker looking for the SDK, but now caught with the lariat from Coffey. The look left,
SDK!
SDK! Into the cover, 1, 2, and 3.
That's
it!
And Tucker pulling off an upset here.
Don't call it an upset when it's Tucker, a legend of the Irish scene. In fact, if any of these men would have won, I would have called it both expected and an upset. They all 4, so incredible, but a big win for Tucker. And big things for Tucker. He calls himself the new king of courage, and that may very well be true because he opened the first courage show, and now he's closing the second courage show with a win over Alexander Dean, Joe Coffey, and PAC all in one. What a match! What a win! What a victory for Tucker! Incredible.
And it was well earned as well.
Well earned. Alexander Dean took the fight to them. The Iron King threw people left and right like sacks of potatoes. And PAC used his speed and his craftiness to his advantage. But Tucker is the man with more guts than brains coming out on top.
Wait, what's this?
Wait. TK Cooper. Well, TK Cooper with the big win earlier in the night.
But what's that got to do with Tucker, though?
So I suppose congratulations are in order, Tucker. Good for you. But the truth is, Tucker, I'm offended. I was upstairs, I was watching your package, and you said you are the new face of courage. You are the new king of courage. But if memory serves, it was me who wrestled Paul London and took him to his absolute limit in the inaugural main event of Courage Wrestling, and it's you. It's you that dragged the good name of PAC through the mud and snaked your way into today's main event and obviously stole our victory. So you're not the face of this promotion, Tucker. No, you're not. You don't scare me. You're not better than me. No. I'm not going to belittle myself and put myself in the ring with you now. I say fight me. December 15th, right here for Courage Wrestling. December 15th, you versus me. Because one of us is going to lead this promotion into 2019 a star. One of us is going to lead this promotion into the future, an absolute don. And the other is just going to keep being Tucker.
Ben, what do you think of that?
Well, the challenge laid down for December